Apocalypse Inc. Productions presents 5-Minute Stories, written and read by Jennifer Brozek. 5-Minute Stories, a little bit of story to last you all day.
This story is called The Last Present. Lynn finally arrived home after far too many hours of holiday travel. She usually put her patience on high when it came to returning home from any trip, but after the fourth person physically knocked her aside at the airport, her patience had run out. She left her bags in the hallway and collapsed on the couch, closing her eyes. At this point, she didn't care if she fell asleep or not. A loud pounding on her front door startled her back into the world of bright light and hard reality. The pounding came again as she pulled herself to her feet and headed for the door. I'm coming already. She opened the door and found one of her neighbors on the step with a brightly wrapped package in hand. Oh, hello. Merry Christmas, Rick said with enthusiasm. Merry Christmas to you, too, but it's a couple of days past now. I know, but you weren't home for me to give this to you. After a moment's hesitation, she invited him in. I'm sorry, I didn't get you anything. That's okay. Your gift to me is being part of my humble writers group. We all really appreciate having a pro in our midst. Lynn nodded. I enjoy it. He handed her the gift box and watched her with an expectant air. Understanding that she would not get any rest until Rick left, and that he would not leave until she opened the box and cooed over the gift inside, Lynn tore the paper from the small box and opened it. Inside was a small pendant on a leather cord. This is pretty. It's the rune for creativity in the Norse mythology. Not that I think you need it. Try it on. He held his hands out for the box. She looked at the rune. It looked like a less than sign from math. 2 is less than 8, she thought, as the amount of hours she'd slept recently, 2, and the amount of hours she needed to be on her game, 8, ran through her mind. She slipped the necklace over her head and looked at herself in the mirror. The cord is designed to tighten to any length. Let me show you. He stepped forward and adjusted the rune necklace until it tightened about her neck like a choker. Then he stepped back again and looked at the reflection in the mirror. Thank you, Rick. I really like it. May this creativity rune serve me well in my future writing endeavors. Rick's reflection intoned the words to Lynn's reflection. She turned to him, her head cocked. Is that something I'm supposed to say? She put her hand out to steady herself as a wave of dizziness washed over her. No, that was a verbal component for a spell. Rick was no longer smiling. His look was a cross between fear and hunger. Lynn stepped back and stumbled to one knee. Something's wrong. I can't breathe. No, everything's going right. Exactly like the book said it would. Rick stepped forward, watching her with great interest. Book? What book? She looked up as she put a hand to her throat and pulled at the runic pendant. Doesn't matter. What matters is that it's all true. Magic is real, and what I've always wanted is about to be mine. Lynn fell to her side, gasping in pain as the rune burned hot against her neck. She was too weak to do anything but lie there, looking up at Rick with pleading eyes. What have I always wanted? Simple, Lynn. I want what you have. Something I've always wanted. I want your talent. I have all the markings of a great author, except raw talent. You have that. I want it. I'm going to have it. He stared down at her. And on top of it all, now I know magic is real. She made one last effort to get the necklace off, but her effort was in vain. As she pulled on it, the rune glowed so bright that Rick had to look away. When he looked back, all that was left was the runic pendant necklace on the floor. He picked it up, looked at it, and put it on. For a moment there was nothing. Then, as light shimmered through his body, he gasped. Is this how you see the world, Lynn? Is this your talent? Oh, it is. He looked around her house at all her things, suddenly understanding their inspiration. Merry Christmas to me.
Apocalypse Inc. Productions hopes you have enjoyed this story by Jennifer Brozek. If you would like to read it, or others like it, It is available in 5 Minute Stories, Volume 2 by Jennifer Brozek on Amazon.com.